the jibber jabber. Don't be babbling like a fool. Say what you got to say. That's all. Then shut your dang pie hole.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. Wow. You know, every morning, 0 dark 30. And there's never a shortage of topics and things to discuss with respect to our nation, the world, repairing, etc., etc. They're coming at us from every angle, and that's how you know when you are at war, folks. We're in a philosophical, psychological, medical, military, did I say political? War. And it's just going to get more dramatic. But I think they do have all sides covered. It's a multifaceted war, and it's every side. I wanted to talk about the expose of what is happening, the exposure. There's a lot being revealed, the revelations. And I don't mean that in necessarily a religious way, just things that are being revealed that are causing people to wake up, to open their eyes. We, you and I, patriotic Americans, need to continue to tell people, as uncomfortable as it may be, that things aren't right, and we understand what is wrong with the system, what's wrong with the world. It's not like, for us, it's not overly mysterious because we're paying attention. But for most people, right, they feel it. They're not like us, but they still feel this stuff going on. They still have an inkling. They still know. Well, a big piece happened yesterday. Rand Paul basically came out. No, he didn't basically. He directly said that the border bill and McConnell's supports and denials, etc., of the bill is all a giant ruse. And he actually came out and said it's to fund Ukraine, to send our money over there so that we get screwed. Came out and directly said it's a fucking money laundering operation. Now that is one hell of an exposure. Now, in days of old, the media would have run with that. Every network would cover it and then hope to find a special angle so they could expose it. Hey, look, if sending money to Ukraine to support this war and launder for politicians, if that was good for America, if that was a positive thing, they would want it exposed. And see, that's just it. The world benefits from fresh air, hitting things. Let me go back again, look back at history just a little bit. Nixon brought in a few goons from the CIA. They're bumbling dumbheads, right? Bumbling dumbasses. At the Watergate Hotel, and they got caught rummaging through Democrat files. That was so bad, so awful. Nixon resigned because of the exposure that media used to give our world. Now the media doesn't give exposure, the media gives cover, concealment to these bastards. Well, kudos to Rand Paul for doing something mainstream against these people and exposing Mitch McConnell. He ought to be proposing he gets thrown out of office, expelled, and same with Chuck Schumer, because what they're doing, Chuck Schumer directly, is extortion. In my opinion, absolute extortion. And Mitch McConnell is being passive-aggressive extortionist. Rand Paul is exposing them, and there's no media there to carry the water. Well, I guess there's me and you. And there's others, right, that are exposing this garbage. So here's my proposal. If the mass media, the mainstream media, the legacy media, if it doesn't do its job, can we replace them? And we've exposed the media for being the cowards they are. Yeah, we can. And we have been. You know, we until just a few years ago, we were all little guys. Well, I take that back. Alex Jones was the big dog. And he's actually talked with Tucker Carlson now, right? Oh, no, you can't talk to somebody. That's wrong. You know, Tucker went and talked to Putin. I guess we'll be getting some interviews pretty soon. And again, I'm no super enamored fan of Tucker. He just is pretty ballsy. And that's good. That's what you want from reporters. And maybe I shouldn't agree with him in everything he says and does. That's just fine. He's his own person. Right? But then, let's see. After they destroyed Alex Jones, Joe Rogan, who I'm no giant fan of, Joe Rogan decided to come out and join Spotify and get his own show and get a lot of money for it and wake the world up. And that was great. And then Tucker and Glenn Beck has found his way back, and Bill O'Reilly type, he's still out there to expose what's going on and reach an audience. It's amazing how basically nobodies are getting these, and I don't want to call them nobodies. Let me change that. Instead of the word nobody, these private individuals. Tucker may need a lot of support to do his show, but he's not a satellite news network. He's not a mainstream media news network with unlimited resources and the power of Disney in his pocket. And if you look at Project Veritas, what it did, what James O'Keefe did with that, was do hard-hitting investigative journalism and get it out through an alternative network, meaning social media. This is your power, folks. Yes, we are not James O'Keefe. We are not Tucker Carlson, but we can use our own private networks to expose these people and what they're doing. Because the more people learn, the more they cannot deny that what is going on is not some secret cabal conspiracy. It is in our faces conspiracy. That's how bad it is. They are in our faces with this shit. And that needs to change. It needs to change. Right? The mainstream media should have been exposing all this a long time ago, but they sold out. The Democrats sold out. The Rhino Republicans, which I'm becoming convinced is a bigger and bigger part of the party than I ever thought. 20 years ago, folks, it was just a few here and a few there. The McCaneiacs, you know, and some of the independents when they started pushing this independent shit. We learned, well, they ain't so independent, they're bought. And they're waiting to be bought. And they are all paid for. So let's ask ourselves the question. Rand Paul coming out and saying, essentially, McConnell is on the take. It's a sham. He lied. Why did he do that? To wake everyone up because Rand Paul is patriotic? Or do they want McConnell exposed? The Democrats ask for this. Do they need it? Do they want it? What benefit? How do they benefit? Because I don't believe shit happens for the power elite, the deep state. unless they want it to happen and it serves some purpose of theirs. Yeah, I don't trust them anymore, folks. Hell no. No trust for them. Not a bit. Not a bit. Do your best. Wake people up. Get prepared. Chance favors the prepared mind. Is yours. Semper Fi.